Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Josh and this is Working Man Reads. I feel the need to explain my somewhat absence I've been doing like one video a week, and the reason behind is just that I've been so dang busy. And honestly, I just have not been finishing books. I have not been reading as much as I would have liked. I totally fumbled on a buddy read with my buddy Black-Haired Doe. I still have to finish. That'll be the first book I actually finish that is a physical copy of a book. So I do want to kind of do like a Friday reads here, kind of get back in the swing of things. So I will be reading Night in the Lonesome October here on my Kindle, picking up where I left off, and then I'll still see if he wants to talk about it. I suck. I don't know. Then I bought this in an auction and for a fellow author. So this is Payback is a Witch. Oh, well, let's talk about Night in the Lonesome October for a minute. Wow, we are just out of the swing of things. Hey, guys. But Night in the Lonesome October I'm thinking it's like a 3 to 4 star Richard Lehman novel. I'm at 60%. And the reason is it's pretty darn cool, the fact that it takes place at night. I know that sounds shocking, Night in the Lonesome October, but yeah, kind of has those fall vibes, kind of like high school. I'm thinking college is what these people sound like they're in. Yes, they're in college. And the main character is kind of annoying, so that might knock a star off. But I do like that all the bad stuff happens at night when they're out trying to get into trouble almost. So it's interesting. There's a lot of gruesome scenes. There was a certain scene where there is just a random group of naked men devouring a dead body by a bridge, and that was pretty terrifying. And the way that Lehman writes, as we all know, he does grotesque scenes pretty well. So there's that. And then I ended up, wow, I am washed out right now. There you go. So I lit a candle for this. So Roland Bursey Jr., if you're reading this, yeah, we're in that witch life right now. This is not Harry Potter. This is a little bit more intense than Harry Potter. I'm just kidding. It's nowhere near Harry Potter. These are not your Harry Potter type witches, but I don't know if they're gonna come up or they're gonna show up in this. Let's get rid of my big dumb face and see if it shows up. But actually a pretty awesome cover. Now that I know what the story's about, I'm like, what is this? What's going to happen here? But it's Payback is a Witch. So I bought this copy in a auction, like I said, and he signed it. So always cool getting a signed book. I never forget when I first started this whole booktube thing, and I'm like, I'll never have a signed book. What the hell is that? And then here we are. I have a signed book. I have like not 1,000, but I have like 50 signed books now, and it's like such a blessing. I've never thought that would happen. I know it's so silly, but yeah, I mean, a magically fueled novella of extreme horror, proving that a hell hath no fury like a Wiccan woman scorned. Now, the little quick synopsis here of this one, to get you going, see if you want to read it, is there is a mother who is a witch, and then her daughter, who is also a practicing witch, and they are walking home one night and get attacked by a group of men, and they try to take advantage of the teen girl, and so they make the decision to these two witches make the decision to go on a warpath of revenge to try and just prove, just put these guys 6 feet under. And they do it in creative ways, these witches. Some brutal scenes. So it was pretty awesome extreme horror. I mean, nothing like over the line for me. Kind of gross out stuff, but nothing like where it was stupid. It didn't come off stupid. It came off pretty awesome. So yeah. And then I finished that book. I ended up finishing this. I finished it. I ended up listening to the audiobook. So I didn't read the actual thing. So I bought the book twice. Yeah. And then the other day I stopped by Talking Leaves, I believe is the bookstore, and it's in Elmwood Avenue in Buffalo, New York. Great local bookstore, awesome to go on a summer day. I stopped by after my work day because I found out that it had a couple copies of this, and you'll see a little sticker here, local author. Philip Friedenberg is actually a local author to Buffalo, New York, and also the illustrator, Jeff Walton. And I believe I've actually seen these guys because, if I'm not mistaken, Jeff Walton may have a big beard. And I think even Philip Freeman, it's just such a small town, and Elmwood is so small. I hang out there a lot. I got a lot of buddies that play. They do this thing called Porch Fest. And basically, it's a whole bunch of bands just entirely playing on people's porches throughout the Elmwood Village. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful part of town. This is put out by Corona Samizdat. It's not going to focus. But it's fantastically made. It's got these little end paper things here. I already got tabs because I haven't been reading this. This will be my paperback book that I'm reading. Let's see if I can find like a little example of an illustration here that Jeff Walton does. We all know that this is not something I typically read, but beautiful pictures, beautiful illustrations. Noah, over at Everyone Who Reads It Must Converse, he read this and adored it. He had the author on for a live, and I believe he even had Jeff Walton on for a live as well. And yeah, it's overall, I'm excited to get into it. I already read, I think like 10 to 20 pages. But listen to this one passage. I'm just going to read this real quick because I can't help it. All right. We are temporarily separated from all that we are, living each day, desperately trying to find new pathways to claw our way back toward whatever it is that we actually are in the grand, unknown possible scheme of things, soaring, bold, and alive, temporarily living in this infinite moment. Thus we turn to take refuge in our books. We pause to seek to take refuge in the Word as we strive to understand how we not only learn how to navigate our way through the complexity of our lives, but we also use our books to learn more deeply how we navigate the seemingly insurmountable vastness of our world, as well as each other. The lonely, isolated reading orbits of a million burnout planets seemed to fall dark, but somehow this one still maintained its soft, glimmering, light blue, gentle appeal. And it just goes on. I mean, fantastic writing. I mean, we're in for a treat here, people. But I'm just not used to books that have like some different kinds of formatting. Now, this is obviously it's stylistic type of novel, and it's different than what I normally read. So we're gonna give it a go. But yeah, there's a lot of different like things like that. Like, you got to know that going in. So I do want to say that in case like somebody's like, oh, that sounds great, that little passage you read, let's go get it. I think you can get it on the website. Corona Samizdat. But you got these guys on the back here. It's not gonna show up. But yeah, I swear Jeff Walton like looks familiar. Not so much Friedenberg, but Buffalo is so small. It's a small town. Like, everybody kind of, I mean, maybe not Buffalo, that's a big ass city, but like in the certain areas of Western New York, we all kind of know each other. You know what I mean? Or you might notice somebody's face or whatnot. But yeah, so that's kind of my Friday reads. I hope everybody's having a great reading week. I'm excited to get back into the swing of things, guys. I got to finish the book that I'm buddy reading, and then I'm not going to take any reviews and no more buddy reads for the foreseeable future. I just can't do it. So we're going to just try to regather ourselves and do a huge reading year. I want to expand my horizons. I want to read some awesome horror. I just want to get into some books. You know what I mean? So I hope everybody has a fantastic week. Don't work too hard. Yeah, until next time, it's been Working Man Reads.